So I'm going to talk to you guys just a little bit about the Snap-To-Fit or Fold-To-Fit insert that's going to come with the Flex pattern. This is what it looks like. It's a snake style insert in the back. So you'll see that the back of my insert has snaps that the front did not. So these ones that you see right here are only going through my back 2 layers. I have 4 layers total in this insert. These are only going through the back 2. I go through 2 layers instead of 1 to stabilize the snaps adequately. If I just go through 1, it's likely that they would tear the fabric anytime they're under stress. So they go through 2 layers in mine. This front snap, which is a stud, you'll see that it goes through all the layers. I used a long prong instead of a standard prong for this one, and all my snaps are from Cam Snaps because I have 4 pretty heavy layers here that I need to get through, and the long prong works perfectly. So I have organic cotton velour, organic bamboo fleece, zorb, and hemp in this, and so 1 long prong gets through them fine. If you're doing less than that, or you're only doing 2, because it does fold up, and so you don't need as many layers as you would in a standard insert, you can just use a regular prong, a standard prong snap with that. You won't need a long prong one if you're doing less layers than me. But I used 4 pretty heavy ones, used the long prong, it works out perfectly for me. So with these here, you'll notice that your stud snaps into it and it changes the size of the insert with each snap. I think that's pretty obvious, but just in case. So this top snap would be considered a newborn setting. Small. Medium. Large. One of the nicest things about this style of insert is the snaps are optional. You can put them on, you can leave them off, that's up to you. Another thing is, even if you put the snaps, it doesn't mean you have to follow those snaps. They're just guidelines. You can snap there if you'd like. That makes it easy. You don't have to. If you want to go between these 2 for the size of your child, perfect. You can go between settings, whatever you want to do. You don't have to snap it. Another neat thing about this is, say you have a boy that's a tummy sleeper and you need more absorbency up front. You can kind of just tweak this to fit whatever needs that you have. And so now, instead of just the typical 2 layers in the fold you have all these. You can do a similar adjustment for a girl if you need more absorbency here. So it's just pretty endless. You can do whatever you can think of with it, with the snaps or without the snaps, it doesn't matter. Another selling point for me on this kind of an insert would be more towards the community of cloth diaper sewers that sell. Hopefully you guys will know what I'm talking about, because if you don't, this problem is only me, and that's kind of embarrassing. So for this example, I'm going to show you with the standard type of insert that I sell in my store. Say you're wanting to take some pictures of something you're gonna list. And we all like using inserts in our pictures because it makes our diapers look fitted and filled out and really pretty. So your insert pokes out here, so you don't want that. You want it tucked in there, so you kind of stretch it and wiggle it around and get it to fit in there. And you know, it's still not very pretty, and you know, there's just so much adjustment you have to do. And I mean, it's doable eventually, but I do get frustrated sometimes with it, and it takes a lot longer than I'd like it to take. The glorious thing about this when doing that, and if I'm completely honest, I'm just going to keep a couple of these in my shop at all times, so I always have them for pictures. But you can just snap this down to the newborn setting so it's nice and small. Snap it or lay it in your shelf if you don't have snaps, or even if you have a pocket diaper, that'll slide right in there. And this is made for this pattern, so it fits absolutely perfectly in here. So see how it doesn't stick out the front? Now you just flip it over take your pictures. There's really not a whole lot of adjusting you're gonna have to do in here. Maybe fluff it up a little. But yeah, you don't have to mess with it at all, and that's huge for me. That's gonna save me a lot of time. So that's a pretty cool selling point. And again, so I have it on the newborn setting right now, so you can see that with the rise snapped all the way down to a setting we would consider newborn. It's going to fit in there perfectly. So yeah, it fits in there totally perfectly. Exactly how you'd want it to fit. So of course, with every rise snap option, there is an option on the insert to match it to that rise setting. And like I said earlier, you can follow that. You can do your own thing, whatever. This insert is pretty infinite. It's pretty endless. It's a great insert. A lot of different stuff you can do with it. I hope you guys really like it because I know I'm enjoying the heck out of it right now.